So, about 6 months ago, I saw a 3D printer at the Hack Lab, and I decided to build one. So, this is what I came up with. It's finally working after 6 months.
So what is a 3D printer?
A 3D printer is like a normal printer, but instead of printing flat objects on a piece of paper, it prints using plastic, and it prints in 3 dimensions.
How does it print plastic?
So there's a Cartesian frame, it's called. So it has a X direction, it has a Y direction, and it has a Z direction, which you can't really see, but it goes up and down like this. And it uses a raw material, this plastic here, and it feeds it down through a heating element and onto this table. And you can make objects kind of like this one.
So what would this be used for? What would you make for it practically speaking?
This is what's called a rapid prototyping machine. So if you have a mechanical object that needs to be designed or you want to test, you can design it in a computer, print it out, and see if it works in real time. So instead of having to go through the fabrication process, within like 2 or 3 hours, you could have a working part.
So how fast can this build something?
This took about an hour. You can speed up the process with upgrades to the machine. But on average, to make something similar to this, it would take a lot longer with other means, like if you had a CNC machine or a table saw, or if you were to make it by hand. So this is it's a big improvement on manufacturing process. It brings manufacturing to the small scale, and it makes it a lot more feasible for the average person.
So once you have the hardware, then it's just a matter of software to build whatever?
It's a matter of software, yeah. So say if I wanted a new fork and I couldn't get one for some reason, I could download the 3D image of a fork, and this machine could print out a fork for me, which I could then use. And this can be expanded to more complicated things. So sustainability projects is one thing that we're focusing on in the Z House, and we can design the parts used in the projects around this machine, and we can print out the parts with this and share the designs with other people, so that if they want this new sustainability device, they could download all the programs and print them out if they have one of these machines, and they'll have another tool that brings them closer to sustainability.
So is that, I don't know, plastic?
This is
the only thing that can be used? Is there anything else that can be used
currently
to make?
For this machine, it only prints in plastic. This is PLA. It's made from corn. You can also use ABS, which is commonly found in drain pipes. And there are a few other materials, but I haven't checked those out yet. But there will be improvements to the machine. One good thing about this is it's an evolutionary process. So the next version of the machine will be able to be printed on this machine. So once there's another version, I can print that and say it can build with dirt. So you can build parts out of dirt. It would be able to do that. It all depends on your imagination and your engineering skills. And if you design it around the machine, you can use this machine to make the newer machine.